Hello, Storytimers. It's Miss Sheree here outside of the Northfield Library. This week, we'll be reading a story. But the first thing that we have to know is fiction versus nonfiction. What's up with that? We'll be studying it by looking at these two books. This one is the book we'll be reading. It's called The Watermelon Seed. And this book can be found at the library, but it's called Alligators and Crocodiles. It's a nonfiction book. That means everything in this book are facts about alligators and crocodiles. But in this book, we have a very silly alligator who eats a delicious treat, and something happens to him. It's fictional. That's right, it's not real. It can happen in real life, but it's still fun to read. The Watermelon Seed by Greg Pizzoli. Have you ever swallowed a seed? I love watermelon. Chomp, chomp, chomp. It's the best. Ever since I was a teeny tiny baby crocodile, it's been my favorite. Chomp, slurp, chomp. I like it for breakfast. I like it for lunch. I like a big salty slab for dinner. And I love it for dessert. I love watermelon. Uh-oh. I just swallowed a seed. I swallowed a seed! It's growing in my guts. Soon vines will come out of my ears. My stomach will stretch. My skin will turn pink. I don't want to be a fruit salad. Somebody, please help me. Oh no, I can feel it growing. It's happening right now. My stomach feels funny. Brr. Excuse me. Oh, here's the seed. That was too close. No more melon for me. Never again. Well, maybe just a teeny tiny bite. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Oh. So you see, that was a fictional, made-up story about an alligator eating watermelon and then the seed growing inside of his tummy. That would never happen. But I do love watermelon. Do you? Me too. Thanks for joining me for this week's story time. You can stick around for the craft, or you can head on over to the library and check out books like this, or non-fiction books like this about alligators and crocodiles. Bye for now. All right, friends, we just finished reading The Watermelon Seed. Now it's craft time. When you find your craft bags, you will find that inside there is a strip of paper that has your alligator, a toilet paper roll that is painted, some strips of different color shades of green tissue paper, and you will need, also our ribbon, and you will need some glue, some crayons, and I am using a green and black marker, and a pair of scissors. The first thing that we're going to do, and you can choose not to use this character because he is pretty tiny to cut, but if you do use him, we're just going to color him in, and then we're going to cut him out. So I chose to use the color green to color him in, and I chose to leave the watermelon out of my craft, but you can use all of the pieces, or none of the pieces, or some. That choice is up to you. But once you have everything colored that you want, it might look like this. So I chose to color and cut the alligator's head And I colored and cut out his little hands. Then we're going to try and decorate this toilet paper roll to look like, of course, a watermelon. So we're going to set our character aside and we're going to decorate this to look like a watermelon. So the first thing that you're going to do is take your black marker or crayon and of course draw some black watermelon seeds all around our toilet paper roll. I'm using a black marker and I'm just going to draw some seed looking shapes. And if you have a black Sharpie, that works as well. You want to use a black crayon, that works too. And I'll try using a crayon now, so you can see how that looks as well. There we go. I'm going to use my crayon to make another one. And I'm just going to go all around the tube, making as many or as little watermelon seeds as I want. You can make them really big. You can make them really small. There we go. And the watermelon seed looks like the shape of a teardrop. A little bit like an oval. So I've gone all the way around my toilet paper roll using a black Sharpie, a black crayon. You just want something dark that will go over the colors on the toilet paper roll. There we go. We've made a bunch of seeds for our watermelon. Now the next part, of course, is the rind of the watermelon. And that's the bottom part, which is usually green. So we're going to take our glue, open it up here, and we are going to take a strip of tissue paper, put a little glue at the very top, we don't need too much, but we want enough to where our tissue paper is able to stick to the toilet paper roll. So there we go. We have some glue. Here comes the sticky part. We're going to take our tissue paper and put it inside, sticky, inside the toilet paper roll. There we go. Now I'm going to do the next one. Stick that one in. And it is very, very sticky, which is pretty fun when you're doing crafts, right? Do the next one. Inside we go. And you want enough glue so that it doesn't blow away once you go to hang it up. There we go. Stick it down in there. Press, press, press. Okay. So now I have my tissue paper all lined up in the inside of my toilet paper roll. So the next part is adding my character. So I'm going to stick my alligator's face on the back side. So I'm going to glue him right here. And you can stick him wherever you want. You can stick him on the front, on the top, on the inside, like he's hanging out there. That is your choice. Or you cannot add him at all. But I'm going to add mine back here, like he's peeking through. And I'm also going to use his little paws, little hands. And I'm going to stick them on the watermelon. Because remember in the story, he loves watermelon. So it's almost like he's holding on to it. So I'm going to stick mine right here. gonna use a little bit of glue again and stick his other hand here. And it almost looks like he's holding the watermelon. There we go. And the last part is this piece of ribbon. So for this piece of ribbon, you're going to find the 2 holes, which are on the side of your toilet paper roll, and we're just going to tie them so that way we can hang our windsock, watermelon windsock up. So I'm going to put mine through one hole, and take it, follow it through to the next hole, and pull it out. So now it's like this. And then I'm going to make a knot. And this might require an adult's help. There we go. I've got mine tied into a nice little knot at the top. And I'm going to wait till it dries a little bit, and then I can test it out to see how it looks outside. Okay, I've taken some time to let my windsock completely dry, and here it is, blowing in the wind all together. That's right, here's my watermelon windsock craft. I hope you had as much fun as I did creating yours. I will see you next time.